I'm already preparing on Sunday to get in the safety group chat for all the snacks. I'm going to be the snack guy. But everybody's been showing me crazy amount of love since I got here, coaching staff, the players, and I appreciate all that.
How much do undrafted rookie free agents make? Shilo Sanders has been one of my favorite stories to follow through the NFL draft. Obviously, we've been doing a lot about Shador, other Colorado players, even some of my Texas players, but Shiloh's is kind of interesting because it's steeply in contrast of Shador's, right? Obviously, Shador being the presumed top pick, XYZ, the quote unquote fall. No one thought Shilo fell being an undrafted free agent. They just didn't, a lot of people didn't even assume that he was an NFL player, right? Now you've got people like Rondé Barber saying some interesting comments and trying to put him in his place. But what I like so much about him, again, is that, despite his last name, he's just showing up to work. He's just trying his best to take advantage of the opportunity. And he doesn't seem, like they try to paint Shador. You can't paint Shilo as entitled. You can't paint him as arrogant. I mean, he's out there enjoying himself. He's out there offering snacks. He's trying to do the dirty work as a real deal rookie. So I think that on top of it makes it more appealing, right? Seeing that, hey man, this is not just a guy who's trying to prove himself like Shador is, like some of the Colorado players are. I'm not just trying to prove myself, but even better than that, I'm trying to prove that I can even make the team, whether that's special teams, whether that's the safety work, with that, whatever that is. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to get into a little article about Shilo and his, likelihood of making the team. We're going to watch some few videos because he's been doing his streaming things. So y'all make sure y'all hit him. He's got a clips page, so y'all a YouTube clips page, and then obviously on Twitch. So y'all go hit Shilo's stuff on YouTube and Twitter. And then we're going to talk about just the idea of what a free agent is. I want to kind of fully dispel any myths of what it means for him to be an undrafted free agent, the money that he does have, what's guaranteed and not guaranteed. And then, of course, my favorite, some bag work. And we'll look at some of the film from the East-West Shrine Bowl, see what he does well, see what he doesn't do well. Obviously, Shilo Sanders' trademark is, being in that box, laying the wood. Obviously the CEO of Headache Gang, so you know how he does. But let's hear how Shilo Sanders has felt just about living in Tampa Bay. Let's go for here first. Okay, this is not working, but we'll go here. Boom.
Yesterday,
love from the new teammates.
Justin, get down here to Tampa. Saw on your YouTube where it was down and everything. Pretty excited.
Yeah, I tried to get down here early so I could connect with some guys on the team already. Like Antoine, he helped me a lot. Hey, and like I know this. I don't even know if this is common or not, but everybody's been showing me crazy amount of love since I got here, coaching staff, the players, and I appreciate all that for sure. So, give me that's a great thing.
And then here he goes talking about those snacks that he's bringing to the people.
I think everybody needs. So,
what are the snacks of choice?
Because the meetings are really long, so I understand. So,
Gotta be fueled.
Yeah, but we'll find out on Sunday. I might have like a little spreadsheet with everybody's favorite stuff on there. You know what I'm saying?
What about for you?
I'm just a rookie.
But still.
Hey, yeah, Chad. I got everybody right, Chad. I got everybody right.
The snacks are important for you too.
Yeah, but I have to bring my own up.
Oh.
I gotta make sure that when I go get some more, then that's when we gonna make the video.
Okay, well that's fire. Look, there's a lot of different ways to make a team, and again, being a guy that's bringing juice and bringing snacks. I meant juice, like not actual juice in rhetorical, but also bringing snacks and bringing energy. I think that's a good thing to do. But here he is talking about living in Tampa.
How am I liking Tampa? I love Tampa. I'm not gonna lie, Tampa actually is like living here now. Like Tampa is one of the best places to live.
Hey man, he's feeling it. Hey, Deion's a Florida boy now, so I think his bloodline runs through Florida. So that's great to hear from Shilo. Really rooting for Shilo. He's putting his best foot forward. But let's kind of speak to what an undrafted free agent is and kind of the long path that Shilo has to make the team. And I know some people in my comments are like, well, he already signed. Well, signing doesn't mean he made the team. And that's why doing the things that he's doing and why I enjoy watching his journey is that he's doing the small things, right? He's bringing the snacks. He's doing that. Hey, praising the coaches, praising his teammate. Like it takes a lot. Maybe it doesn't take a lot, but it's very positive to talk about your teams positively. Just because they're doing positive things for you, you don't think that the hordes of people who follow Shilo and Sanders and Deion and everybody Hey, I look at Antoine Finn a little different. Hey, just like the Buccaneers, not the Buccaneers, the Browns just got a bunch of new what's it called, fans. If the Buccaneers already got more fans from signing Shilo, they'll get a nice big boost if they go ahead and real deal put Shilo on that 53-man roster, right? So the fact that even knowing that in the quote unquote leverage that he might have, he's not attacking it like that. He's attacking it with a lot of graciousness and a lot of, hey, I want to be there. Because of the fact that all he has right now in this $3 million contract, is that's what it is. It's a $2 million contract. And like my Florida guys told me, $2.9 million contract. And like some of the guys in my last Shiloh video told me, Florida does not have state income tax, right? So he gets some extra bread on that. Y'all do got tolls in alligators. So, maybe that just kind of evens it out. I don't know. But let's kind of walk through what that means to be an undrafted free agent and kind of the long process. We got some TikTok videos. Then we're gonna hit this. What's it called? What do they call them? Hit this article. One more video. Actually, this guy's kind of loud, so we might not go there. But then we're gonna talk about some top 5 undrafted free agents of all time, because 20% of rosters are comprised of undrafted free agents. I didn't know that. And then of course finish it up with a little bit of bag work. But this is a cool little story here. Let's hear it. It's not working. It's not working. So what we are going to do is hear from Shilo Sanders.
I'm just grateful
speak about his
that the
agent.
Buccaneers gave me this opportunity, bro. I probably thanked God like 30 times today. So I didn't get the call. So now my brain goes into like, well, dang, let me go with my dad. Hey, everybody was laughing because I said I had to get a new agent, that I fired my dad.
That's cap, right?
Yeah, I didn't fire him, bro. Bro, when you know that God got your back, I'm not even gonna lie. God put us in the best positions for the best opportunities that we can get, both of us.
Sorry about my videos playing at the wrong time, but that is Shilo speaking on that. But he kind of has it. It actually sets up the story pretty well, because that's kind of what we're talking about.
Coming to draft day, I'm getting 3rd round, 4th round, latest 5th round. I invite my family over, my girlfriend at the time. I had a bunch of people over, friends. My teammates came. Waiting for me to get called. On the 2nd day, because that's 3rd, 4th round. Don't get called. Miami Dolphins call me. They tell me, hey, we want to take you. We have 4 picks in the 5th round. I wasn't one of them. So then I'm like, I'm sitting there. So I leave from the party. And I just go sit upstairs, by myself. Because I'm like, I'd rather watch the rest of it by myself, because I feel like I let these people down as downstairs. They came from Lansing, came from all over. To me, it's embarrassing, especially when I'm being told this and, being told that. Then my agent calls me after the draft and said, you have 2 places to go. He said, we really want you, Miami and then New York.
But he was just giving some insight, and I only really picked that story up because of how similar it sounded, right? The realization, right? When Shilo says, hey, boom, it happened. Now I got to start making calls or doing whatever, getting a new agent, quote unquote. I don't think he really did that, but it was still dope to see that little insight. And speaking on that, right? How much do undrafted rookie free agents make? So again, we know that from last time we checked, Shilo Sanders has around a $300,000 what's it called, signing bonus. So he gets that because he signed. He's in there. He signed through camp. And this, I think, will give a little more updates on there. So every NFL undrafted free agent is required to sign a 3-year contract. Rookies that are drafted sign a 4-year with a 5th-year team option, with league minimum salaries in each season. Over the next 3 years, those salaries will be $795,960 and $1 million. And I think he's right here. I think that 960 makes sense. Rookies drafted after the 3rd round will earn the same figures on their new contracts. So that's, hey, to Shedeur not making much more. He's a 4-year, 4.6, by the way. The NFL's collective bargaining agreement limits the amount of total signing bonuses a club can give to its entire undrafted free agent class. In 2023, that figure was $172,000. So that's the total they can give? What? Maybe I'm tripping. That's crazy. Instead, teams can guarantee significant portions of a player's salary to convince him to sign. This year, former Colorado wide receiver Xavier, so this is last year in 2024, Colorado Xavier Weaver's $255,000 guarantee from the Arizona Cardinals is believed to lead all undrafted free agents. Wow. There's a Colorado player setting precedent on top tier, guaranteed money. Do your thing then. All right. Last season, the Minnesota Vikings gave pass rusher Andre Carter II a $300,000 base salary guaranteed, the highest figure of any undrafted free agent in 2023. Former Nevada quarterback Carson Strong reportedly received the same amount from the Eagles in 2022. So after their 3-year contract is complete, undrafted free agents will not have accrued enough NFL service time to become unrestricted free agents. Instead, they enter the league's restricted free agent process, where they can be entered at one of 4 levels. While drafted players can be extended until their 3rd NFL season is complete, undrafted players can get new deals with their incumbent clubs after just 2 years. So that's pretty cool. Accessing that second contract 1 year earlier is a benefit of going undrafted. And then this is another article from Arrowhead Addict. So this is NFL teams must cut down their final rosters to 53 players before the regular season, down from 90-man rosters allowed during the offseason and preseason. Undrafted free agents face tough competition during training camp and preseason, and not all of them will make the active roster. However, teams can also sign undrafted players to their practice squad. So again, another avenue. Now, I know people don't want to hear that, but I think that would be even another part of, Shiloh's journey if, he doesn't make the team, but maybe he's still in Tampa on the practice squad and he finds a way to, make something happen. Providing another path for development and potential promotion to the active roster during the season. In essence, being an undrafted free agent in the NFL means you have another chance to prove your worth and earn a spot on the team. Even if you weren't selected in the draft, it's a challenging path, but many players have succeeded and carved out successful careers after going undrafted. Notable undrafted free agents: Kurt Warner, Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP; Warren Moon, son, one of the greatest. Sorry, Houston bias, You feel me? Bringing the Oilers back to Houston. I'm just saying. Antonio Gates, the guy. John Randall, one of the most ferocious defensive tackles of his era. And then Tony Romo, gross. We don't like Tony Romo over yonder. We're real deal Houston Texans fans. Okay, we got problems with you, son. Okay. But anyway, that was great. So in summarization, right? And kind of like I spoke about it, Shilo has signed, and I gotta. Now that I've read that, I need to rephrase my phrasing because it's not a signing bonus that what's it called? And actually, I don't know what his signing bonus is, but I do remember it was a guarantee of $300,000. So maybe I said the wrong thing. So correct me there, boom, because you can't even guarantee more than 170 or 100, whatever that number is. So shout out to Xavier as well for now on the Cardinals for getting apparently one of the highest signing bonuses or guarantees in $255,000 last year. Again, I believe Shiloh's is around $300,000. So that's dope to see, but also dope to see that there's more to go, right? There's still another layer for him to get there, even though he's quote unquote signed. He's really only signed through camp. He's going to have that chance and opportunity. And this is what he's put on tape so far with that chance and opportunity. And a lot of people will say that, Shilo struggles, in the world of coverage, right? But I mean, I would argue that there's different ways and phases of being able to, get after somebody. Obviously, as you see him putting his head down here. Now, a lot of people see this and they see, maybe he got shook out his boots. Because I think he did kind of get shook out his boots. But again, he's man coverage right now with a safety where he thought that, with a tight end where he clearly, I think, thought run here. He saw that play action and he bit. So that's really more what that is. It's less of him getting, beat. There he is. Hey, special teams already showing it. Okay, well, that's not the best. Giving them problems. But again, how often is a safety going to be one-on-one with no help to the inside? I'm going to give him his credit, even though he is, he's getting a little deep fried in this one. He's a boy fighting for his life, but clearly that's not what he does best. Here's a little off coverage here. Boom, he drives. Not bad. I like the drive. I like what he's doing there. I like the fact that he's ready there. I don't like this. I don't like that we're just, what are we doing? Are we not seeing this tight end? Are we not reading through him crossing that face? I feel like when you watch this last play, you could see him not only read this outside man, read through the quarterback, but you know what I'm saying? You see his eyes here, or you see where his helmet is at least, right? He's looking. But he's seeing more than just this, right? You see his head, and then his head snaps. Boom. All right, boom, I need to break on that. So when we're going here, right? I know you should be looking here. You're looking inside. But if you're looking so much inside, right? He's looking all over there on that play action, and you lose. You're the safety there, son. And we're not even. I don't even like the reaction there. But here he is. He gets another opportunity. And 1-5 has been eating his lunch, dog. And wow, that's a tough catch. That's a tough catch, dog. You see it, you read it, you fight through hands, but 1-5 still is able to make a move here. Here he is on that tight end, and I think he does a good job here. Now it's still a catch, but you're dealing with a big body. We're playing basketball right now, right? And I believe Shilo Sanders is about 6 foot, so getting sat on like this, getting him sitting this route down, especially at the size that he has. I love the fact that he's able to still contest and do that. But again, that's just big body on big body, right? And I do want to talk about this one, right? I don't want to sound like I'm caping too much, but again, I don't know what defensive coordinator is going to allow Shilo Sanders to line up one-on-one with anybody anywhere near a goal line or a red zone scenario. But we will talk about the reason, the downfalls and probably why a lot of people are going to say that he can't make the team. And it's because of this right here. I can't, let you play man, right? You think about the modern era of a box safety. I need versatility more than I need just thumping, right? It's not 2003 anymore, like if we're being honest. So if by happenstance I have to move you into the box, but it's a run play, hey, you're gonna have to make something shake. I don't like this. I don't like that. The first thing we do here is we got scared, dog. We put this front foot forward. Are we pressing? What are we doing here? We're watching the ball. We kind of gave him this inside. This is like a false step forward because he pushes forward. But you don't do it. You don't do anything here. He's able to push on the inside. Okay, well, beautiful. Now he's completely flipped your hips. You went from, I'm not saying he's about head up to completely pop. Oh, flip, your hips are already open. Thanks, pal. So I'm gonna get here, right? And then not only that, I'm gonna get to the top of my route and then completely put you in a canoodle, dog. Like you stepped 7 times. He's taken how many steps? Let's we're gonna count how many steps he's taken. He's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Shilo has been hopping and jopping and skipping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like boy, and again, he's not gonna see this. This is not the opportunity that he should be put into. But it wasn't his time on that one, right? It really wasn't. We can see him from another angle here on this tight end. Again, not afraid though. Again, I do think that's going to be a real deal level. I'm not sure what happened here though. I don't know what happened here. Again, we don't know what coverage this is. You have different people. Maybe maybe there was an outbreaker. Maybe there's something else going on here. But this guy seems like he's number 3. He seems like number 3, number 1 or number 2 at least. Right. So the fact that he just kind of moves out the way. But again, there could be more people. So I could be tripping there. But he has been looking smooth though. He's been looking smooth in a lot of different angles and wangles. Oh, that doesn't look great. It hasn't looked great in a lot of ways, man. It hasn't looked great. That's him again. Again, very, very hard to press that hard. He's been looking smooth, but not everything's been looking great. And I think that's why it's so important that he is so locked into doing those extra things. Because look, these are weird. That's not where Shiloh's going to make his money. That's not where he's going to make his bread. He's not going to make his bread lining up on, drills and yada, 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 set up to, not really hit. That's what those drills are set up for. When you're doing those like practice stuff, they don't want you to hit like that. They're set up to pass the ball, get out there, get in motion, right? And I think Shilo Sanders brings a lot of value in the box as a running guy, as someone who really wants to put his nose in some things, So Headache Gang CEO, he's there. He's on the team right now. We'll see if he can survive all the cuts. What do y'all believe down below in the comments? Let me know. Do you think Shilo's going to make it? Do you think he's going to be an impact player, just a special team player? Y'all holla at me, man. Let me know how you feeling. Let me know who your favorite NFL team is. All right, well, let me know who your favorite college football team is. I am so ready for the season, dog. I've been watching reruns, college football reruns. I'm desperate right now. I need it in my life. But I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. Like this video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy football content of all different shapes and sizes, man. We'll see you next time. Really appreciate you rocking with me. You're great. Keep being great. We'll see you next time. Peace.